When you're learning the lifts, or when you're teaching someone else the lifts, there is a step-by-step process, and if you get ahead of yourself, you'll just make it harder, more difficult in the long run, because you'll have way more errors to correct. As you guys probably noticed, we very, very heavily emphasized position, okay? In fact, I made everybody pretty much hold the position at the hip, the power position, hold the position below the knee, and then the position off the floor when we got to it. But every time we picked the bar up, we held those positions on the way down, then we held them again on the way up, so that you guys have stopped in this position about 8 million times so far today, okay? It's very important to do that when you're learning, because you want to really pound that position into your head so that you know exactly what that position feels like, and you know exactly what it feels like and what it takes to get to that position, okay? Position is the top priority when you start to learn a lift. Don't move on to anything else until you get position right. And some of you all that were watching that, you saw that that's 225, and that looks about the same as, 155 or whatever did. After you have position right, then you want to start thinking about tempo, okay? We're obviously not going to have time today to go into every single aspect of learning the lifts. But once you have the positions right, you want to think about the tempo of the lift. That's not the speed necessarily, but it's the speed of each portion of the lift relative to each other. So once you have all the positions learned in the snatch, we want to work on slower off the ground, start to speed the bar up, speed it up a little more as you come up the thigh, and then the jumping or the extension. Some people have a problem with the word jump, and I think we're all saying different words to explain the same thing, but the extension and the going under are the fastest part of the lift. So slow, faster, fastest, okay? We want to get that tempo correct. We don't want to go fast, slow down, and then fast again. Slow, faster, fastest from the bottom to the top. Once you have the tempo right, you want to work on speeding the whole thing up to approximately what a semi-maximal lift with a heavy weight would look like. So you may have the tempo right, but you're still moving very slowly. Sure, from the knee to the hip is faster than from the floor to the knee, and from the hip to jump and catch is faster than from the knee to the hip, but it's still not moving as fast as a real lift would move, okay? So we've got the tempo right, the relationships of each part of the lift right, but not at full speed. We want to then go to full speed, not only after you can do either an empty bar or a very light weight at full speed with the correct position and the correct tempo, do we want to think about adding weight. And you see very often, especially people that are self-coached or whatnot, will start adding a lot of weight to the bar when they don't even have the positions correct, okay? And then it is heck to try to fix that once you've done that for a couple of months. So you want to really watch the positions and the tempo and the speed before you start putting weight on. And hopefully, as I've been talking, you've been watching John a little bit, and you say that's he's gone from about 95 pounds up to 245 pounds. And can anybody see any major difference in the speed of the lift? They're all moving the same speed. Let's go to